Hey everybody, I'm Becky Adams. Thank you for stopping by my YouTube channel today. Today I have a fun process video for you using the Jen Hadfield's Peaceful Heart collection. This is such a fun collection. It's not one that I have a ton of, but there are gorgeous florals with this kit and I wanted to play with those. So what I did here with the background paper is I just tore off basically that upper left hand corner, and I'm matting that on the white cardstock. And if you notice, I matted, or I guess I'm adhering it to a white cardstock background. And I did that, it's out of frame, but at the bottom you can see here in a minute that I left the branding strip on. I wanted kind of that pop of, it's kind of a gold color at the bottom, and I wanted that left there, so I trimmed off the top of the paper instead of the branding strip on the bottom. So I'm starting to build my layers here. I have two 4x4 photos that I'm using on this project. And so for the base layer, I guess, under the photos, I've got this green striped pattern paper. It's also from the Peaceful Heart collection, and I'm just using that to kind of map my photos. I'm putting my photos, I'm not adhering them straight on, I'm putting them a little bit crooked to add a little bit of interest, and then I'm just adhering those to the green layer there in the back. I did stitch around all four sides of that green layer using my sewing machine and some white thread. I have these two pieces of the polka dot paper that I'm adhering to either side of the photos, and I'm just trimming down the thread on those and putting down some adhesive and tucking those threads behind and adhering those behind my photos. I did get these photos printed at Persnickety Prints. I have a subscription to the Persnickety box, so I guess subscription, and I love that I think you pay, well, you pay $20 a month for 30 4x4 photos, and you can choose to have them come with a white border. And I think that's one of my favorite features, other than I love the reminder of printing photos once a month with them. So anyway, these photos are from Persnickety Box. Now I've moved on to my title, and I am using some older gold puffy stickers. I believe that these are from Crepe Paper in one of the older Maggie Holmes collections, but I wanted kind of a shiny metallic letter sticker for the title. So they aren't as sticky as they once were. So off camera, after I'm done, I go back and take some liquid adhesive and adhere those all with liquid adhesive. So now I'm just going to adhere my journaling strips. I'm using a T-square ruler to get that first strip straight. That's a mouthful. And after that, I just kind of eyeball it, but for that first strip, I do try to get it really straight so that I can use it kind of as a guide for the rest of the strips. I print my journaling at home just on regular copy paper, and then I cut it into strips, and then off camera I put 1/8 of an inch double-sided tape on the back of each strip. So I've had some people ask if I print on sticker paper. I don't. You could do that. I just think it would get kind of expensive with the amount of scrapbooking that I do. So I prefer to just do the regular printer paper. I do get, like, I don't go for the cheapest quality of printer paper. I usually pick something that it's a little nicer quality, but it is just printer paper. I don't print on cardstock or anything like that. So I have some floral die cuts that I'm using, and I don't know if you've noticed this lately, but it seems like die cuts are coming with a much thicker white border around them. And I'm sure that that's because it's less expensive in the manufacturing process. But I really don't like that big of a white margin on my die cuts. So one evening when I was watching TV, I just took the die cuts that I wanted to use on this page and just fussy cut around them. That is totally personal preference. You don't have to do that. It's just the way that I like them. So when I adhered the pattern paper to the white cardstock background, I was careful to not put adhesive right up against that torn edge so that I could tuck these die cut flowers back in there. Most of these die cut flowers come from, I believe it's a flower ephemera pack with the Peaceful Heart collection. There are a couple that I cut out of pattern paper, but they were just the little tiny ones, actually, like the one that I'm adhering now. The rest of those came from the floral die cut pack. So now that I have that upper left corner pretty well stocked with a whole line of flowers and greenery, I wanted to put just a much smaller but a pop of flowers on the right side of the page as well. So I decided to scoot my letter stickers over just a little bit so that I had room to put a floral cluster there on the right side of the page. So I wanted to make sure that I had a pop of each one of the colors that I used on the upper left side and bring that to the bottom right side. So I'm adhering some of these with a liquid glue. I use art glitter glue. That's just my personal preference. Really, any type of liquid glue would work. So I did want the flower that was right there in the middle to pop up off the page a little bit. And so I just used some pop dots to adhere that. And then I'm using a couple more pop dots just to give a little bit of dimension to that cluster there on the bottom right. I will also do that on the upper left side a little bit. Off camera, I will add some pop dots, but since I fussy cut those, they have a little bit of bend and dimension anyway, but I'll add a few pop dots. To finish this layout off, I wanted to add a little bit, or I guess a pop of gold. So I have these, I guess there's some flowers, but mostly leaves in this really pretty matte gold that came with the Peaceful Heart collection. And I'm just filling in so that each of the floral sections on my page have a really nice pop of gold. And I'm making sure, oh, I covered up one of my journaling strips there. I needed to fix that. And then I'm just kind of playing with the placement of the gold pieces so that I get more of an even balance. And with that, this page is finished. So you can see, I'll hold it up here in just a minute so you can see a little bit of the dimension. But thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to spend with me. If you haven't done so already, I would love to have you as a new subscriber here on my YouTube channel. I post a new video every Sunday and then usually one or two throughout the week. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Thank you again for stopping by, and I will see you again soon.